I've been starting out my videos a lot with that. Good morning, Lincoln, and hello, hunters. But this has been a very crazy 2 weeks. But this video is to let you guys know that I have taken some time to sit with everything that's happened, to listen, to learn, and to better understand what may be going on with the situation. And after doing that, I wanted to share with you guys where I stand and what this means for the channel and how I plan on moving forward. This probably won't be the longest video I've ever made, but I do hope you'll hear me out at least. Some of what I may say may not align with how other people feel, and I think that's okay. My goal isn't to tell anyone what they should think or what to decide they should do. I simply want to be transparent about where I stand so that each of you can make the informed decision that feels correct with you. So with that being said, I think we should just go ahead and get into it. Before we start, I just want to take the time to again thank all of you. I don't think this situation has been easy for anybody. It's been emotional, uncertain, and at times incredibly overwhelming, but through it all, at least from what I've seen within this community, you have all remained very thoughtful and compassionate and supportive, not just of me, but of each other. So I want to make sure that if I haven't already said it enough, I'm going to say it again. Thank you. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for continuing to show up for one another, even when emotions were running high. It genuinely means a lot to me, especially given everything that's happened over the last 2 weeks. I want to start by talking about my perspective on the situation, because it has evolved dramatically over the last 2 weeks. As I've taken time to listen and to learn and to try to better understand what may be happening behind the scenes, my opinion on the situation has changed significantly. I still believe that there are things that need to be addressed between Infold and the community. Transparency, communication, resources, and the relationship between the company and the players are all things that I believe deserve continued discussion. These are concerns that players have rightfully raised, and I don't think these conversations should stop. However, I also think it's important to acknowledge that this situation appears to be far more serious and complicated than many of us initially understood. There have been ongoing conversations surrounding employee safety, escalated behavior by certain individuals, and circumstances that may extend beyond a simple disagreement between the company and its players. While we don't have any official confirmation on every detail, I think it would be irresponsible to ignore the possibility that the situation has grown into something much larger. Because if employees are facing genuine threats and safety concerns, then that changes the conversation completely. I think people are allowed to be disappointed and ask questions and to be angry. But when real people and their safety becomes part of the equation, then no character, no game, and no fandom is worth putting someone else's well-being at risk. I also think we need to acknowledge that there may be factors involved that we simply just do not have visibility into. There have been a lot of discussion about possible outside involvement, including government-related factors. We don't have the official confirmation of what is happening behind the scenes, but we also cannot assume that we are seeing the full picture. Because of that, it is entirely possible that there are things Infold cannot publicly discuss right now. From the outside, it can be easy to ask why the company isn't explaining everything, but the reality may be far more complicated than that. There may be legal concerns, safety concerns, and other circumstances that limit what can be communicated publicly. And because of that, I think we also have to acknowledge that there may not be a perfect solution right now. There may not even be a perfect thing to say. Every option may come with a consequence. Catch-22. No pun intended. That doesn't mean the criticism is invalid. I don't mean to stop caring about Valco. And it certainly doesn't mean we stop advocating for the things we believe in. I still believe Valco is worth talking about. I still believe it's important for people to respectfully express why he matters to them, especially if we hope to see him return in the future. But I also believe we need to recognize that this may require patience. I personally will continue to advocate for Valco in my own way. Unfortunately, with the energy I have right now, I won't be able to keep up the pace I maintained over the last 2 weeks, but I will do my best to keep his name relevant where I can, because I still want to see him return as the 6th love interest. That has not changed. And regardless of what happens moving forward, that support is not going away. I don't think the entire responsibility for the situation falls solely on Infold, though. Right now, I'm choosing to give them some grace. Not because I suddenly agree with everything that's happening, and not because I don't think questions should stop be answering, but because I recognize that protecting people and navigate an incredibly complicated situation has to matter. Patience is not surrender, and grace is not an agreement. So what does this mean for the channel moving forward? I am choosing to continue to play Love in Deepspace. And I want to be honest that this was something I really had to sit and think with. I had to ask myself why I wanted to continue to play this game, especially with everything that's happened. And I think I came to a few personal reasons why this mattered to me. And before I get into things, I want to address something directly. This is not about sunk cost fallacy. It's not about the amount of money I've spent or the amount of time I've invested into this game. I don't view my support of this game as something that needs to be justified by continuing to play it. I look at it the same way I would look at going to amusement parks or watching a movie or buying a book. You do those things because you value the experience. You do them because in the moment, they bring you joy. You never have the guarantee of what something will become later. You take that risk because the experience itself is meaningful to you. And that's what Love in Deepspace has been for me. I don't want to abandon the game that so many developers and artists and writers and composers and voice actors and countless others have poured their time, passion, and vision into. I think the work deserves to be seen. I support this game because I genuinely love it. I still care about the story and I still care about the characters. And I want to see where this world goes. But there was another reason as well. and it was this community. I've built so much joy here with all of you. The conversations, the laughs, where we screamed together over banners and we cried over stories, the excitement, the theories, the memories we have all created together. All of that means so much to me. And I want to continue experiencing those moments with you guys. I don't know what the future of Love in Deepspace looks like. None of us do right now. But I would love the opportunity to continue seeing what this game has to offer and share those experiences with the community. Because ultimately, I want to see this game succeed. I want to see it thrive, and I want to see the world, the characters, and the stories continue to grow. So for now, I'm choosing to stay. I'm choosing to continue supporting this game, this community, and the people who have created something that have brought so much joy to so many people. And as long as Love in Deepspace continues to be something that brings me and this community joy, I want to continue being here for it. I also want to explain why I'm being so transparent about all of this. A large part of this is because of the community. I want everyone here to have the full picture of what you are choosing to support moving forward. If you choose to stay, I want you to know where I stand. And I'm going to continue to be a harem girl. I'm going to continue to enjoy the characters, the stories, and the experiences the game has to provide. And yes, I will continue to support the game financially where I am able to. I want my members especially to understand what their support means, and what they are choosing to support when they support this channel. I never want anyone to feel like they stayed without knowing where I stand. If you choose to stay, then I'm genuinely happy to have you. You all know how much this community means to me. But I also want to make something equally clear. There is no obligation to stay. You don't have to continue to support this game. You are not obligated to continue following this channel if you no longer feel comfortable doing so. And I will respect that. Just as you have given me respect throughout this entire situation, I want to give you that same respect back. I respect the choice to stay, and I respect the choice to step away. And if you choose to leave but decide to return someday, know that the door will always be open. I also want to make sure people know that if you still want to support me, but don't want to continue supporting Love in Deepspace content, I do have two other channels that you're welcome to follow as well. They're linked through my link tree. The content is very different from this channel, but if you still want to continue supporting me as a creator, those are options available. The only thing I ask from everyone, regardless of what choice you make, is that we continue treating each other with respect. There is no single right way to move forward from this. Everyone has their own boundaries, their own values, and their own reasons for making the choices they make. And I respect that. At the end of the day, I want everyone here to make the decision that feels right and honest for them. All right, so what does this mean for content moving forward? First, I'm going to address the merch. Valko merch will remain available. And if I create anything involving the harem moving forward, his colors will continue to be included. For me, Valko is still part of this community's history. He is, for all intents and purposes, the sixth love interest that we were introduced to and became excited for. Everything created around him came from a genuine place of excitement and love for his release. And I do not want to pretend that moment in the channel's history didn't happen. The excitement was real, and it deserves to be remembered. But now for the actual content of the channel, I will continue to do the news. I don't know if weekend recaps will return in the same exact consistent format right now, especially given the current circumstances. However, because official external communication may be limited at this time, I still want to provide information from the sources that are available to us, including in-game announcements and updates. This means news content may be more sporadic than before, but I will do my best to continue providing drama-free, straightforward updates whenever I can. That has always been one of the reasons I started this channel in the first place. Creating a place where people could come together and enjoy the game without becoming overwhelmed. So I still plan to cover the news. However, I want to be clear that I will not be covering ongoing controversies, speculation, or discussion surrounding them. It doesn't mean that I'm ignoring what's happening. It means I'm choosing for this community to remain a place where people can still come and enjoy Love and Deepspace content. A place to celebrate the characters and the things that brought us here. Hunter's highlights will continue. I genuinely think it has become a wonderful community activity, and I want to continue creating those opportunities for people to share their creativity and excitement. Especially now, I think having moments of positivity and connection is important. Minigame content will be at a standstill for now. Part of that is simply because of the current circumstances and what may or may not be available moving forward. There are no minigames at this time. But the other part is personal. Minigames take a lot of time and energy, and after everything that has happened, I need to give myself some time to recover that energy. The Deepspace Residence Awards will not happen this year. I'm really sad about it. As much as I love the project and would love to continue it, given the current situation, it would not feel right to try to celebrate and award things from this year in the way I had originally envisioned. Maybe it's something we revisit in the future, but for now, I think it's best to let it rest. Card content will continue. I'm still very much a harem girly, and I still want to share those moments with all of you. I will continue pulling for the boys and celebrating the cards, stories, and the moments that make this game special. Birthday streams will also continue. Those celebrations have always been some of my favorite moments with this community, and I have no plans to stop them. Depending on how things develop, we may also revisit the story. It has been a year since we last went through everything together, and I think it could be some really good time to return to the world and experience those stories again. That may include things like... that may include things like The World Underneath, anecdotes, bonds, and other story content that we haven't explored together in a while. Or at all. Of course, all of this is subject to change depending on how things develop in the future. I want to be honest with everyone that I am still adjusting. and I want to make choices that allow me to continue creating content in a way that is healthy and sustainable. But the heart of this channel remains the same. Celebrating love in deep space, sharing stories, and building a community around something we love. I also want to address something regarding Valco-related discussions moving forward. Valco support is not going away. I want to be very clear about that. However, I do want to make sure that discussions stay organized and relevant to the spaces they are in. This is not about removing Valco. This is not about pretending he doesn't exist. It's about making sure that the community remains a place where people can continue enjoying the game, sharing their experiences, and participating in conversations without being taken over by one topic. I know this may disappoint some people, and I understand why, but I think this balance is important if we want to continue building a healthy community. For streams, Valco-related discussions and bring back Valco messages will be limited. Again, this is not because I want him to disappear. It's because I want chat to remain focused on the topic we are currently discussing and make sure everyone has a space to participate. When it comes to community posts, I will also look like those spaces to remain community focused. I understand that some people may feel nervous posting regular in-game screenshots, updates, and celebrations right now, but I encourage everyone to continue sharing those moments as well. This community has always been about sharing our excitement, our creativity, and our love for the game. I also want to make sure we are careful about speculations and unconfirmed information. Right now, there's a lot of unknowns, and I don't want this community becoming a place where rumors, assumptions, and fear-driven discussions spread and create more anxiety. I will be keeping a closer eye on community interactions during this time. Anything that becomes aggressive, threatening, encourages hostility towards others, or spreading fear and speculation as fact will be removed. Depending on the situation, it may also result in a ban. I know tensions are high right now, but maintaining a respectful and welcoming environment has always been one of my priorities, and it is something I need to be especially mindful moving forward. You're allowed to be upset, you're allowed to have feelings, and you're allowed to advocate for what matters to you. But this community must remain a place where people feel safe participating. Before I end this, I want to say one final thing. This channel has always been about community first. Yes, the news has been an important part of what I do, but the community has always been one of the biggest reasons I wanted to create this space in the first place. For me, it will always be community first. Not just as viewers, not just as subscribers, not just as members, but as people sharing a space together. I understand that not everyone will agree with my decisions moving forward, and I think that's okay. What matters most to me is that everyone feels free to make the decisions that align with their own values, their own boundaries, and what feels right for them. For those who choose to stay, I'm grateful to continue sharing this space with you. And for those of you who choose to step away, I understand and I respect that as well. Looking ahead, this upcoming week will be a return to our normal streaming schedule on Tuesday at noon. There are a few things we can go through, and honestly, I think a return to some sort of normalcy will be good for a lot of us. It probably won't be the same structure or consistency that I normally like to have, Things will still be a little uncertain, and I'm still adjusting. But I think doing something together is better than doing nothing at all. Going forward, we're going to take it 1 week at a time. Given the circumstances, I do think there is a possibility that we may not see much movement for a while. We may see more reruns, we may have quieter periods. And I think it's important that we prepare ourselves for that possibility. But regardless, I will continue to move forward. I will continue doing what I can. I will continue to press on, as Silas would say. At the end of the day, I am still here because I care about this game and I care about this community. I believe in holding space for both criticism and appreciation, even when things are difficult. And I believe we can advocate for change while still protecting the people involved. And I want to continue trying to create in a way that reflects that balance. That is my promise to you, to the multiverse. So to those who stay, thank you for being here. Thank you for continuing to trust me with this community. And to those who are leaving, you are always welcome back. Thank you for being here while you were. No matter what choice you make, I appreciate the support, kindness, and time you have shared with me. Thank you for allowing this community to continue being what it was always meant to be. A place to share stories, a place to celebrate the things we love, and a place where people can come together. So with that, thank you for watching. And as always, stay safe out there, hunters.